We're here today with Joe Moore, who's going to tell us more about his election.
It's going well. It's going well. Campaigning is always a great time for the voters because they get to hear from the candidates, and certainly as an incumbent, we get to be held accountable, which is what democracy is all about.
Okay, so how have you been preparing for it?
Well, my whole life actually. All the years I've been an alderman have prepared me for this campaign. I bring to this campaign a wealth of experience, an ability to get stuff done for the community. We've done a lot to improve Rogers Park over the years. And I say we intentionally because it's not just me, the alderman, it's also the people in the community.
Okay, why do you think you should be reelected?
Well, because I get it done. I've been able to deliver for the neighborhood. We have a real concern about preserving our neighborhood's economic and cultural and racial diversity, and I have brought to Rogers Park affordable housing. I've worked hard to preserve affordable housing. Literally, since I've been alderman, over 1,000 units of affordable housing have been either preserved or brought to our community. We have enjoyed a remarkable decrease in crime over the last 20 years. We're down 48% in serious crime. We still obviously have issues, but our neighborhood's a lot more safe than it was 20 years ago. And I want to be able to continue the good work. And
So what are the new things you're bringing to the table this time?
using the tax increment financing, which has been something that can be very beneficial if used properly, bringing some more TIF districts into the community. We have one of the fewest tax increment financing in the country. I mean, in the city, and we'd like to. I'm looking at using that as a tool to help further spur the economic revitalization of Howard Street, of Clark Street, of Morse Avenue. Evanston's done a very good job with their tax increment financing district on the Evanston side of Howard Street, and I'd like to emulate that on our side of Howard Street. And TIFs, when used properly, can be a really good tool for helping to bring jobs and economic development to a community. So that's sort of the thing I'd like to start working on in earnest the next 4 years I'm alderman.
Okay, so what makes you different from the rest of the people campaigning?
Well, I only have one opponent, and I think there are two things that differentiate myself from her. One is a track record. I have a track record of bringing more affordable housing, of making our neighborhood safer, of helping our schools, of showing a real commitment to Rogers Park. She doesn't really have any track record of involvement other than working in my participatory budgeting process, which we were happy to have her volunteer work and her commitment to participatory budgeting, but that's only a very small part of what an alderman does. And there really hasn't been any indication until she wanted to run for alderman that she really cared about the community and was really involved in the community. Most of the time when you run for a job of alderman, you bring with you some evidence of commitment to the neighborhood, heading up an organization in the community, organizing a block club, doing some of those things that show that you are committed to the neighborhood, and it's not just for your own personal aggrandizement. I think the other thing that I bring to the table is an ability to work with all sorts of different people, all walks of life. We're a very diverse community, not only in terms of our ethnic makeup and our racial makeup and our economic makeup, but also in terms of our viewpoints. And you have to be showing a willingness to listen and balance all viewpoints when you're making important decisions involving the neighborhood. And I think she really comes from a part of the community that is important, but is only one small segment of a very diverse neighborhood with a multiplicity of viewpoints.